As an user, when you will work with the part file, first you have to make the sketch, then you will create the 3D part. But for the new user, there is a very common problem that when you apply the dimension and the geometric relation at the time, you have to understand how do you apply this thing, because if you can apply by the lots of way, but does this capture your design intent? What does this design intent means? I will show you two examples for that thing. First, you can see there is this very simple part here, and there is another plane, and I made one sketch on circle here on this plane. If I want to extrude this sketch up to this body, I can just select this sketch and I can use this extrude command. But before I do that, first I have to evaluate what is the difference between this surface to this plane. I made this plane, so if I go to this edit feature, I can see this is 200 millimeter. So this is 200 millimeter far from this surface. So if I extrude this sketch to this direction, this is the opposite direction, so I will change my direction, and if I put 200 and if I put the merge result and if I press OK, you can see this is now just only one part. You can see this is just only one part. Now later, if you want to change your design, now I have to realize, is it really capture my design intent? That means, is it really behave like my way? So let's try different parameter. Like if I want to change this plane distance, this is 200 now. If I change to 230 millimeter and if I press OK, and if I see from the right side view, you can see this is now two separate body. You can see there is one folder, it has been opened, and there are two body here. So that means if I change my plane, it's not merging because it has one specific dimension, that is 200. So in this case, if I apply up to body instead of blind, then what happened? If I want to put up to body, then I have to mention the body. If I mention this body and if I press OK, now if I want to change this plane distance 230 to 300, now you can see if I change this plane distance, in that case you can see this part automatically updated to the right direction. That means I do not need to change this plane distance and as well as this length. This is called design intent, because the way I am working, I have sufficient control on my design. That is called design intent. I will show you another example. In this example, you can see there is a simple extrude with the hole inside. Here you can see this is 100 by 60 and I mentioned diameter here with a specific distance. Now it's in center because from left to it's 50 and from the bottom to middle is 30. So this is half of this is 30. So everything is fine, this is in center. Later if I want to change the length from 100 to 150 and if I want to change from 60 to 80, is it in the center? No. That means it does not capture my design intent. So I have to fix this thing. I will remove this 2 dimension and I will get one center line and I will take this mid plane and I will merge between these 2 points. Now it is in center, but you can see if I change from 150 to 250 and 80 to 150, you can see no matter what value I put for this rectangle, this hole always will be in the center. That means it captures my design intent. So this is very important for you to understand this design intent, because when you will design, at that time definitely you have to understand how do you apply the dimension, how do you apply the geometric relation. This is very important.